Hey, Sophie. Where are you right now? This is urgent. I need for you to respond to me right away. Hey, are you there? Did you take my money again without saying anything? That was the money to pay for our groceries this month. It was just there and now it's gone. I'm sure it was you who took it. Can you please come right back and give it back to me? I needed to go grocery shopping for tonight's dinner too. Hey, sweetie, can you get back to me as soon as possible? This is urgent.
Oh, hey there. I don't know what you're talking about. What money? I didn't take any money. Can you stop bothering me? Do you even have proof that it was me who took the money from the dining table? How can you start accusing me without any proof? I mean, I understand if $1,000 go missing all of a sudden. I would be just as worried. But you can't just go and start blaming other people. That's really low. And to blame a high schooler? And seriously, how can you point your finger at me for being the culprit when you don't even have the proof? Hey, do you have proof that I took the money from the dining table? You know what? I am so angry and hurt right now. I'm going to tell my dad that you're accusing me of stealing money. He's going to be so mad at you. Just wait and see.
Hey, Sophie. Just calm down. I just asked if you took the money. But you know what? How did you know the exact amount that went missing and from where? I didn't write the exact amounts and where it went missing from.
So what? What are you getting at?
Yeah, if you go back up and see what I wrote, I didn't write that I lost $1,000. So how did you know $1,000 went missing? And from the dining table when I didn't mention it before.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure you mentioned the amount in the dining table was a wild guess.
You know, I had just gotten back from the bank and it was just silly of me to leave the cash lying on the dining table, but I had to run to the bathroom. When I got back, it was gone. I was only gone for 2 to 3 minutes and the money wasn't there anymore. You know, I was really confused for a second because I was pretty sure that I was the only one in the house. Were you waiting for me to get back from the bank and took your chance while I was in the bathroom and slipped out with the money? But really, it's so strange how you knew the exact amounts of money that went missing. How did you know, dear?
Look at you being like a detective and all. You're one smart gal putting all the pieces together and pointing your finger at me. Fine, yes, it was me who took the money from the dining table. Good job, Ms. Detective. But hey, in my defense, I genuinely thought it was my allowance. You know, it's an obligation for parents to provide their kids with an allowance. You know, the money gives me independence.
Really? Your independence? And what? You calling me your parent when you only want money from me? You don't even treat me as a fellow human being, but now you're calling me your parent? I see how it is.
Hey, you know what? Forget it. Well, anyways, I already spent the money, so I don't have it on me anymore.
What? You spent all of it? All of the $1,000? What in the world did you spend it on? And so quickly? What did you buy?
There happened to be something I had my eye on for a while, and it was just perfect timing that I came across the money on the dining table. It was just a sign. I was meant to find the money and go shopping with it.
Are you being serious right now, young lady? A sign? And what in the world can a high schooler want that's worth $1,000? Return whatever you bought immediately and bring back the money this instant.
Hey, stepmom. Chill. Relax. Your messages are getting too long for me to read. By the way, what's with your attitude right now? Are you getting angry at me?
Excuse me?
Just a short while ago, you were living as if you were our servant. Cleaning, cooking, making sure my dad and I were happy. You were tiptoeing around us like you were walking on glass. Like, who was it? Snow White or some whatever story. And making sure not to upset us or anything. And now? What's with this attitude?
Wow, Sophie. Really? You mean like Cinderella? But you know how that story ends, right? It was a happy ending.
Yeah, whatever. And one of those Disney princess stories that nobody cares about anymore.
Yeah, I got it. Snow White and Cinderella must sound ancient to you, right? But not knowing the gist of the stories? That's embarrassing. Oh, I get it. It's because you're just not a smart kid. I mean, let's not forget that you're not exactly thriving academically either.
Disney princess stories are old anyway. No one watches Cinderella or Snow White or whatever nowadays. And what are you getting at about my grades? I'm not doing that bad in school. And how would you know anyway?
I got a call from your teacher in almost every subject that you're failing in each of their classes. Yes, I recall. Your English literature teacher, history teacher, math teacher, and even your art teacher. And you say you're not doing that bad in school?
What? They all called you? If they had the time to call you, they should be teaching. And how could they call you without my consent?
Yeah. And oh, your guidance counselor called me too the other day, letting me know that you may need to repeat the year if you keep failing your classes.
Oh, stop with the grades in school. You're giving me such a headache. School is useless anyway. The classes are boring because the teachers are dumb. By the way, this has nothing to do with you. Just stay out of it. You're not my mom. Anyway, I'm going to stay over at my friend's place tonight. I don't want to go home to see your face, nor do I want to be in the same house as you.
All right, that's okay with me. Just make sure to let your father know which friend's house you're going to stay at. You know how he is. Such a nervous Nelly when he doesn't know where you are.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so annoying. I'm already 17. Why can't you just leave me alone? Hey! How come there wasn't any money in your wallet this morning? You always have money in your wallet. How are you going to pay me my monthly allowance when you don't have any money?
Were you going through my wallet looking to take money again? You're unbelievable.
Whatever. It's my allowance. It's my money. Didn't you withdraw money from the bank the other day anyway, like you always do on Fridays?
Nope. I decided not to withdraw cash anymore.
What? Why? How are you going to go grocery shopping or pay the bills?
Oh, that's sweet of you to be concerned. Well, my colleague showed me how to use Apple Pay. I should have used this earlier. It's so easy and I don't have to carry around cash with me anymore, or go to the bank to make a withdrawal every week. Our world has become incredibly convenient.
What? You're not going to withdraw money anymore? That's going to be a big problem. You should have discussed that with me first.
Why would that be an issue? And why would I need to have a discussion with you?
You know that $1,000 I spent the other day? It wasn't enough to buy what I wanted, so I had to borrow money from my friend and I needed to pay back the money I borrowed from her. So yeah, I need $300 right now. Can I have it?
Of course you may not have $300. You can just ask your father for the money. No need to be nagging me for money anymore.
What? Ask my dad for money?
Yeah, you don't even consider me as your stepmom and you treat me worse than any stranger would. Why would that make me want to give you money? And so, you know, since we're like strangers, you're just stealing money from some innocent woman.
What? Why are you going around twisting my words now? You're so annoying. You pretend to be my stepmom and act like you care about me and all, but once I ask for money, you become so mean and stingy and turn away. You never give me money when I ask.
Hey, sweetie, do you think being a parent means you must give your money to your kids when they ask for it?
Well, duh, yeah. Obviously, it's required for parents to give their kids allowances. Everyone knows that.
Actually, no, honey. It is not a requirement or a law in any state or country in the world that a parent must give their child an allowance. It's the responsibility of the parent to teach their kids the importance of money and how to spend it wisely. So yes, as your stepmom, I want to make sure that you understand that you can't just go spending large amounts of money and buying things whenever you want. And you can't ask for money whenever you want. That's not how things work.
What in the world are you trying to get at? Anyway, just get me the $300 as soon as you can. I promised my friend that I would pay her back by this evening. She's going to be really pissed if I don't pay her back. Are you okay with the idea of me losing my friend?
Just ask your friend to wait a bit and promise her you'll pay her back soon. You could get a part-time job after school. You're already at the legal age to work. The library near your school was hiring someone to put away books. That might be something you could do.
What? Me working at a library? Are you being for real?
It'll look especially good on your school record for having a part-time job. I mean, since your grades are hopeless, it'd be good to have something positive on your record. And once you start understanding that money only comes with hard work, I'm sure it'll have a positive effect on your priorities and eventually your grades, too. Just ask your friend to wait on the money. I'm sure a friend would understand. And then you can pay her back with the money you earn on your own.
Are you being serious right now? You really want me to get a job?
Yes, I think it'd be good for your future. It would be good for you to know how the world works. Money doesn't grow on trees, you know.
See? This is what I mean. You stop being a mom when I ask for money. Any loving and caring mom would immediately give their kids money if they asked. A real mom would come to their kids' rescue when they're in trouble. A real loving mom would do anything for their kids. You're just cruel and selfish and get so stingy when it comes to money. You just want to keep all the money to yourself. You're so selfish. I can't believe this.
Anyway, since you spent all the money that was supposed to be used to buy our groceries, we're going to be living a pretty frugal life for the rest of the month. Or at least until the next paycheck. We're going to have to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
What? This is insane! Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for all 3 meals for a month? You've got to be kidding me. Are you seriously expecting me to get full only with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Are you even considering the fact that I'm going through puberty and a growth spurt? Are you actively trying to stop my brain development? I'm going to report you to the Child Protective Services.
If you don't want to be eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches every day, then just pay me back the $1,000.
I already told you I spent the money and I don't have it anymore. I can't give it back. If you have time to badger me about the long-gone money, you should come up with a plan to fix this on your own. By the way, do you really think it's smart to be badgering me right now? You know what? I'm going to tell my dad everything. If you don't want to get divorced, give me the $300 right now.
Hey, sweetie.
What do you want?
Read through our messages when you're feeling more calm.
What? What do you mean read our messages? I've already read all of them. Why would I want to reread them?
Because you sound ridiculous, sweetie. Like you're out of your mind.
What? Are you calling me crazy? You're just asking for a divorce right now.
I mean, we can't see eye to eye when you're just all over the place, honey. Let's pick up where we left off when you're more level-headed. Let's talk when we're both home and we can find a way to work things out.
Wait, what? Where are you right now anyway?
I'm on a business trip in New York right now. I should be home the day after tomorrow by 8 p.m. We can talk during dinner then. By the way, I made you your favorite chicken dish for dinner tonight before I left and left it on the counter. Make sure to warm it up in the microwave before you eat it. I will see you tomorrow night.
Wait, are you serious? You're in New York right now? Wow, I bet you're having some fancy dinner at a 5-star restaurant and you want me to have chicken? You're ridiculous.
Hey, Sophie. Did you take my credit card from my wallet without asking?
Oh, hey, it's you again. Miss Miserly. Who doesn't want to share her money?
Answer my question, young lady. Did you or did you not take my credit card from my wallet?
Okay, lady. Hold your horses. Your credit card? Yes, of course I took it. I'm on a school trip, so I needed to bring a credit card with me.
What do you mean you needed a credit card? I gave you $100 as the school required for this trip. You should not be in need of a credit card.
Hey. You know we're going to New York, right? What is $100 going to get me in New York? I want to go shopping in Times Square and maybe even watch a Broadway show if there's time. $100 isn't going to be enough to do all the things I want to do in our free time. I am going to have a blast here in New York with your credit card. Just like how you splurged on yourself when you were here last month. Oh, but don't worry. I won't be eating at a 5-star hotel or anything. You know, I've always wanted to get a hot dog from those hot dog stands. They're only like $1 or something, right? See, I can be careful with my spending too, you know.
Sounds like you are planning to really go all out on this trip. I hope you'll get to do most of them. But you know, sweetie, about the credit card you took. I've already closed that account, so you can't use it.
What? You closed the account on this card? Why would you do such a thing?
Yeah, I haven't been using it for a while, and after setting up Apple Pay, I really don't have a use for credit cards anymore. So I contacted the credit card company and had the account closed.
What? So this is just a useless piece of plastic I am carrying around?
Yes, that's exactly right, honey. You are catching on fast, my dear. You know, I have been so busy lately that I haven't cleaned out my wallet. So that useless credit card was just sitting in my wallet. And sorry, honey, you took a card that is no longer active. Sorry you won't be able to go on that shopping spree.
What? You're out of your mind! Are you purposely trying to make me angry? Why didn't you tell me this card was useless earlier? This is so annoying. I already promised my friend that I would treat her out to dinner. What am I going to do now?
You have your $100. I'm sure you can find a decent restaurant for two.
No, absolutely not. That's not going to work. You need to come to New York right now and bring me a new credit card.
Absolutely not. But you know what? I am glad you took that card instead of my other card. By stealing my card, you would have engaged in a criminal act. And if you were caught using my card without my consent, I'm sure there would be severe consequences, especially since you're 17 and old enough to make your own decisions. You should know, credit card fraud is taken seriously by legal authorities and is punishable by law. If you had committed such an act, who knows what trouble you could have been in. You could have even gone to jail.
What? Jail? You're going to send me to jail for using your credit card? Are you trying to intimidate me with your tactics? It's not going to work. Like I already told you in the past, if my dad finds out about everything, he's going to leave you in a heartbeat. He might end up divorcing you and leaving you on the streets. Is that what you want? So if you understand your consequences, you better hurry up and get your butt to New York with a credit card that works.
Sweetie, you know what?
All I need to do is just hit the send button and my dad will know everything. And you will be the one asking me for mercy.
Go ahead and send that message to your father. It doesn't concern me anymore since I've already divorced your father.
What? What in the world? You've already divorced my dad? When?
Yes, that's right. Your father and I got a divorce. Aren't you happy now? Oh, and the money I spent on getting all your stuff ready for your school trip and the $100, consider it as my farewell gift to you. Moving forward, work it out with your father on how to pay for everything. I'm done. That includes your fees for school, your allowance, monthly bills. Oh, and including your phone bill. You don't want to go over your text message plan since that'll be more money. But at least you no longer need to nag me for money. You can go straight to your father.
What? I am not following. How can you divorce my dad so fast? What is going on here? What happened?
When you get back from your trip, just ask your father. Since your father and I are now divorced, you and I are no longer related in any way, nor have any connection between us. We are now just mere strangers.
Hey! I just got back from my school trip and I need some answers! The house is completely different from when I left! What in the world happened here? And there is a strange woman in my house. She's just a little older than me? Who is this woman in my house?
Oh, hey, Sophie. Welcome back. How was your trip? Did you get to do all the things you wanted when you were in New York?
Yeah, the trip was fine, whatever. But who is this woman in my house? Do you know her?
Ah, are you referring to the 20-something woman with the heavy makeup and wearing really tight clothes and confidently walking around the house in her high stilettos?
Yeah, her! Who is she? What is she doing in my house? This is not some runway. And gosh, that awful makeup and outfit. Is she going to a club or something? My dad won't tell me anything. He just keeps pushing me aside and brushing me off. I am so confused. Do you have any idea who she is?
Yeah, honey. How can I break it to you? So, that is your new mom.
What? She's my new mom? What are you saying?
Well, looks like your father remarried this woman after he and I got divorced. So she is now your new stepmom.
What? He already remarried? How is that even possible? Didn't you two just get a divorce? How can he get married to another woman so fast? This can't be happening. This is like a dream.
It must be really shocking news for you, honey. To see a stranger in your house after coming home from your school trip and then learning that she's your new stepmom.
But how can he get married so quickly after you two divorced? Oh my gosh, was my dad cheating on you?
You got that right, honey. I knew you were a smart girl. Anyway, speak with your dad if you want to get the details. But I'll just lay out the important facts just in case your father doesn't tell you the whole truth.
What do you mean, just the facts?
Well, for one, your father doesn't have a job at the moment. He is unemployed.
What? What do you mean he's not working? How is that possible? He's the senior manager of the sales team at the company he's been working for years. And he told me that his and his team's sales numbers were the highest and that he's doing really well. And that he was going to be promoted as director soon.
Well, honey, the truth is he was actually stealing clients from the other teams and also tinkering with the numbers to make it seem like they were getting really high numbers.
What? How could he do that? That sounds so shady.
And apparently, the woman that is currently in your house is someone he met at a bar he took some clients to.
They met at a bar?
Yeah. And apparently, she used to tag along on your father's business trips like it was a vacation. They would go to hotels during working hours and claim the hotel bills as business expenses. And yes, looks like they got caught. And obviously, your father was fired.
What? I can't believe what he has done.
And I've sued him for damages, so I'm sure he used up all his savings. I'm pretty sure there's not much left.
What? What are we going to do? And why did you have to get divorced?
What? Why wouldn't I divorce your father after he cheated on me?
But didn't you get married to him because you loved him? Aren't you mad that he chose that woman over you?
Not really. I'm not upset or mad at all. It's really thanks to you, honey. You're the reason I'm not all that upset right now.
What? It's thanks to me. What did I do?
It was when you were in 5th grade, when me and your father got married. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember vaguely.
Before your father and I got married, you were so sweet and were so excited for me to become your stepmom. But in reality, when I became your stepmom, you were a monster child. You'd rob me of all my money and would lash out at me if I wouldn't give you money. You know, I was really upset when you started stealing money from my wallet.
Yeah, because you wouldn't give me money. I had no other way of getting money if you didn't give it to me.
At first, you know, I really wanted you to like me and I was excited to be your stepmom, but didn't know how to be your mom at first. I didn't want to overstep any boundaries. But I guess you mistook that as me being weak. And wow, you became one selfish, rude problem child. I tried talking to your father about you, but all he'd say was that it was my fault that you didn't like me. It was a really tough time for me, you know. And at that time, when I was feeling really depressed, I found out about your father's affair.
What?
Oh, after that, I actually kind of felt relieved. Like I didn't have to try hard anymore. And I immediately filed for a divorce and sued your father for damages.
Oh, now I remember our past conversations when you were coming off pretty strong. Now I know the reason why.
Yes, you get the picture, young lady. Good for you. So now moving forward, you're going to have to take care of yourself. That includes paying for your school, your groceries, your phone bill. You're going to have to take care of yourself.
What? I can't afford all that. I need to feed myself? How am I going to pay for school? Wait, I want to go live with you.
What are you saying, sweetie? You can't come live with me.
I'm 17 years old. I can choose who I want to live with if my parents get divorced. That's the law, right? I can choose who I want my guardian to be. Right?
Oh my God, Kimberly. Do you even have a sense of taste? Why do you keep making such disgusting, horrid food? A blindfolded worm could cook better food than this garbage. I've given you so much advice in countless cookbooks. So why is it that you still suck at cooking? You'd think you could at the very least make a decent appetizer by now. You can't feed my son this trash. It's hardly edible. So I did you both a favor and threw it all away. Are you kidding me? Could you please stop coming in and out of our house and going through our fridge? Relax. I'm just trying to do what's best for you and my baby boy. I'm your mother-in-law, so quit being so rude to me. You're joking, right? Who's the one actually being rude here? You need to stop wasting so much food. You keep barging into our house and throwing away everything I make. That defeats the whole purpose of meal prepping. Well, maybe you shouldn't make such nasty food then. If you actually knew how to cook, I wouldn't have a reason to throw your meal prep away. If you really think about it, you're wasting your own food. So think about that, Kim. If you really think about it, you're wasting your own food. Terrence is a top-tier chef at a 3-star Michelin restaurant. If you expect this marriage to last, your cooking needs to be up to par. How can the wife of a culinary expert be so awful in the kitchen? You have no excuse. Get it together, because this is beyond embarrassing. I can't pinpoint exactly what it is you're doing wrong, but figure it out and learn how to make a decent meal already. Yeah, well, my culinary expert husband never complains about my food. In fact, he's always gushing to me about how amazingly delicious it is. Oh, honey, he's just flattering you to make you feel better. I can tell you right now he doesn't actually mean it. Terrence has a refined palate and sensitive taste buds. I can't believe you're forcing someone of his caliber to eat this garbage day in and day out. I feel so sorry for him. I would have divorced you ages ago if I were in his shoes. How are you going to take responsibility if you ruin his palate with that sorry excuse for food you keep making? Just know that if he loses his job, it's all your fault. Have fun living on the street. You could ruin both his and the restaurant's reputation. He'll eventually have to divorce you. Although I personally wouldn't mind that. You need to stop trying to sabotage my baby's career. Well, I'm busy and I really need to get back to work. So goodbye, Carol. Excuse me. You rude little good-for-nothing. Goodbye, Carol. I will talk to you later. Baby, your mom let herself into our house again. Isn't it funny that she always does this while we're both at work? Did she seriously? Again? That's so weird. I made her give me back the spare key the last time she did this. She must have made extra copies. Well, it doesn't really matter how she got it at this point. What's done is already done. You know the meal prep that I spent all that time on for us? She threw it all into the garbage. So there goes all my hard work. Babe, what? So you're telling me she cleared out our entire fridge? Is she insane? I literally just checked the fridge last night. We had enough food to last us through the end of the week. I mean, I had literally just made everything yesterday. I spent all day cooking and prepping all of that so we wouldn't have to worry about food. We're both so busy, it's hard to find time during the week. Since things are especially hectic right now, I even made extra. And now it's all gone to waste. I can't believe this. I wish she would stop throwing food away just because she doesn't like it. Who goes into someone else's house and does that? It's so frustrating that she keeps wasting our food and money like this. Furthermore, what is she even talking about? Kim, your food is frickin' delicious. And that's coming from a top chef, babe. Thanks, sweetie. I know you love my food. But I don't know what's up with your mom. It doesn't matter what I do or what I make. She always hates it and says it's the most disgusting thing she's ever tasted. There must be something wrong with her taste buds then. Who knows? All I know is that she hates me and my cooking. Whenever I visit her at her place and cook, she always tells me how delicious it is and licks her plate clean. So I don't think anything's wrong with her sense of taste. But I think your food is amazing. So for her to call it disgusting and feel justified throwing it in the trash, something must be off. Like I said, who knows? But anyway, I just wanted to fill you in on what happened to let you know that we don't have any food at home anymore. Thanks for letting me know, babe. It's fine. Let's just eat takeout tonight. We're gonna be tired by the time we get off work, so I already know neither of us is gonna be in the mood to cook anyway. Alright, sounds good. I'll just pick something up for us on the way home from work then. I worked so hard prepping food all day yesterday, so honestly, even if it weren't for work, I wouldn't have the energy. I'm feeling pretty burnt out. We spent so much money on groceries too, so our budget is pretty tight right now. But I guess there's no way we could have predicted this would happen.
It's totally fine. What are we supposed to do? Starve? Get whatever looks good to you and we'll just make it up somewhere else in our budget. If anything, I'm sorry about my mom. She really had no right to act that way. When we both get home later, let's brainstorm ways to stop this from happening again in the future.
Okay, sounds good.
Kimberly! What is going on here? Why can't I use my key anymore? I can't get into your place. Did you all change the locks without even telling me? How dare you?
Good afternoon to you too, Carol. Yes, we called a locksmith and had them install a smart lock. We wouldn't want any unwelcome guests making duplicate keys and coming to our place when we aren't home, after all.
Why would you waste your money on something as ridiculous as that? If you have that much money to blow, why don't you just enroll in cooking school instead? At least then you'd get your money's worth.
I figured you might say something like that. That's still funny, though, coming from someone who inconsiderately threw away $300 worth of fresh groceries for no good reason. We're in the red this month because of you.
Don't blame me just because you're a horrible cook. All I did was put the trash in the dumpster, where it belongs. You both would have probably gotten sick eating that garbage anyway. Maybe if you actually put some effort into learning how to make a half-decent meal, we wouldn't have this problem, now would we? It shouldn't even be humanly possible for someone to be as horrible in the kitchen as you are. Get it together and become an actual wife my son can be proud of.
Stop trying to act like you're not in the wrong here. Just because you don't like the way something tastes, that doesn't give you the right to throw away food that literally doesn't belong to you.
Well, if you weren't such an awful cook, I wouldn't have had to go that far.
Terrence likes my food, though, so that's all that really matters at the end of the day. If he thinks it's good, then that should be more than enough.
He's just flattering you. What good would it do him to hurt your feelings? I have to tell you the truth for him.
I'm sorry, Carol, but I don't have time for this. I need to get back to work.
What did you just say to me?
Luckily, since we changed the locks, we don't need to worry about you rummaging through our fridge and wasting our hard-earned money anymore. Now I don't have to be stressed out at work, wondering if you're gonna wreck our grocery budget again.
You rude little wench! How dare you say that to me?
Welp, I have a meeting to get ready for, so goodbye, Carol.
Hey, Kimberly. I have a favor to ask of you.
Hi, Carol. What is it?
This coming Saturday, I'm having a get-together with about 6 girlfriends. I'd like for you to prepare lunch and snacks for us. Surely you can handle that much, right?
I'm sorry, what? Carol, are you feeling all right?
Yes, why do you ask?
You constantly criticize my cooking and tell me day in and day out how awful I am and how I don't belong in the kitchen. Not to mention you've thrown my food in the trash on numerous occasions. So I just find it hard to believe that you would ask me to cook anything for you, and let alone your friends.
I'm doing this for you, Kimberly. Can't you see that? I sincerely want to help you from the bottom of my heart.
I don't quite follow.
I'm creating an opportunity for you to practice your cooking and get better. This is my way of motivating you, dear. As my daughter-in-law, surely you wouldn't want to make yourself look bad and embarrass me. So I know you'll put in some extra effort to make something at least passable.
Right, I guess. But I'm afraid I actually won't be able to do that. I've had plans to visit my hometown this Saturday for quite a while now.
For what?
A close friend of mine back from home invited me to her wedding. Since I have to travel quite a ways to get there, I'm planning to make a whole weekend out of it. I'll be staying with my parents, and they're already expecting me.
Then just make something before you leave to go back home. It's not that hard.
I don't have that kind of time. I'd have to start cooking tonight. How can you ask me something like that out of the blue with only a day's notice? You can ask for the impossible all you want, but don't expect anything to happen.
Fine. Then just tell your little friend you can't go to her wedding.
Have you lost your mind?
I'm your mother-in-law. I should come before any of your friends. That's part of your duty as a wife. You can just wish your friend congratulations and send her a gift with a card. There's no need for you to physically be there.
How can you say that? She and her fiancé came to our wedding, so why wouldn't I do the same? She's one of my best friends. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to miss her wedding for a stupid reason like that.
My God, you're so annoying and rude. Stop talking back to me like this. Immediately. Anywho, I expect for you to bring me a decent home-cooked meal on Saturday. End of discussion. Make something edible and bring it to me before my friends come over. Like you said, you've only got tonight, so you better hop to it.
You don't listen at all. I already explained to you that I can't. Terrence, baby, do you have a moment?
Of course, babe. What's up? Did something happen?
Your mom just texted me and asked me to do the impossible.
What do you mean?
I don't feel like explaining every little detail, so I'm just going to send you screenshots from our conversation. Text me as soon as you finish reading everything.
Okay, babe. Will do. What the hell is this? I can't believe she's even talking to you like this.
You finished reading everything?
Yeah, that was wild. I can hardly believe that was my mother. I've never seen her act that way toward anyone before. Since we changed the locks and she can't come and go as she pleases anymore, she's just looking for an excuse now.
Yeah, those were my thoughts exactly. I'm getting so tired of this. What should I do? I really don't have the time to cook anything for her get-together.
Don't worry, babe. I'll just make the food for you. You don't need to do anything at all. Just leave it to me, okay?
Are you sure?
I'm a professional chef, making a special order just for her and her friends. She shouldn't have any complaints. I'm actually off work this Friday anyway, so the timing works out perfectly. I'll prep everything on Friday and bring it to my mom Saturday morning. I'll go ahead and start working on the food. Don't you worry about a thing and just enjoy your trip, okay?
Thank you so much, baby. You're the best. I couldn't have asked for a better man.
Are you kidding me, Kimberly? What was that food supposed to be? I told you to make something decent. I get that you had to get up early to make your flight home, and I suppose I can understand you asking Terrence to drop the food off to me. But that doesn't excuse what a horrible job you did making this food. It's tasteless and makes me want to puke. I can't feed that slop to my friends. You would have made me a laughing stock, so I threw it in the trash. The only thing that was even semi-decent was the cake he brought from that popular store that always has people lined up around the block just to get in. I'm surprised you went out of your way to buy it. That was very considerate. But the food I asked you to prepare was god-awful. You need to get your priorities in order.
Oh my god. You seriously threw it away?
Of course I did. Other than the cake, nothing else came close to being even remotely edible. You need to redo everything, and make it properly this time. Forget the wedding. I forbid you from going. Hurry up and get on the next flight back here right now!
Oh, you've really done it now, Carol. You just screwed up big time.
The only one screwing up anything is you, Kimberly.
Oh, Carol. I thought something might have been off about you. But now I can't help but wonder if you're the one who actually has no sense of taste.
Excuse me.
No, Carol. I'm the one asking questions here. Do you even realize who made the food you just wasted?
Stop talking nonsense, Kimberly. You obviously made that horrid food. After all, I told you to make it, so who else possibly would have?
I'm gonna go ahead and let the person who actually prepared the food know that you threw away all of their hard work.
What are you talking about? Makes sense, would you?
They should be reaching out to you soon, Carol. So just hang tight, okay?
Mom, what is wrong with you? Why would you do that? Terrence, why are you suddenly messaging me, sweetheart? Wait a minute now. Don't tell me this is what Kimberly was talking about. Exactly, Mom. I'm the one who made all of that for you. She didn't have the time to make enough food for your party, so I stepped in and took care of it for her. I don't appreciate you stressing out my wife like that.
Well, sweetie, why didn't you say anything when you dropped it off earlier?
I honestly forgot. It slipped my mind to even mention anything. But I'm glad I didn't, because this clears everything up. You don't care about how the food Kim makes tastes at all. You're just deciding whether or not if the food is good based solely on who made it. How unfair can you be?
How could you accuse me of something like that, Terry?
Okay, then fine. Was the food I cooked for you so nasty that you really had no choice but to throw it away?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that.
Well, if it really was bad, that means that my sense of taste must be pretty off. I must be losing my touch then. I guess I should consider a different career path because, based on what you're saying, it doesn't make sense for me to work as a chef anymore.
No, baby. You know I didn't mean that. You've always been Mama's little chef.
Oh, really now? Okay, then what did you really think of the food?
To tell the truth, it was actually pretty delicious. I just thought critiquing Kim would inspire her to want to improve. That's all.
Is that so? By the way, did you know that the cake from that popular bakery was actually handmade by Kim?
She did! But it was so good! I'm genuinely shocked.
She felt bad leaving all the work to me, so she stayed up late last night making that cake for you. The reason it looks like it's from that popular cake shop is because Kim really liked the cake I bought her from there a little while ago. She loved the style and thought the decorations were adorable, so she used them as a reference when she made yours.
So, you're telling me that Kimberly, the girl who can't even boil water, made that incredibly delicious cake?
That clears things up for us even further. It looks to me like you've just been picking on Kim all this time for no reason.
You've got it all wrong, sweetie.
Well, since you've gone and thrown all that food away, you're going to have to remake everything yourself. So have fun with that.
Hold on. How am I supposed to make that much food all on my own?
Yeah, it's a pretty big request now, isn't it? That's about the same amount of time you gave to Kim. You're a pro at cooking though, right, Mom? Even more of a pro than me. So I'm sure you'll figure it out.
If you know how much work it is, then why don't you just help me out?
I have work this afternoon, so I can't. Sorry about that. Sucks to suck, Mom.
Don't be like that, Terrence.
I do feel for your friends who are coming to visit you today, so I'll arrange for you guys to have some pizza delivered for the party. But just know that Kim and I won't be coming by your place anymore.
Why is that?
We're moving, and coming to visit you will be too out of the way for us.
Why are you all moving all of a sudden?
We haven't really talked about it too much with you, but everything is finally ready to go for me to open my own restaurant. I've been planning this for a while, and things are finally falling into place for me.
Why didn't you tell me?
I was actually planning to tell you, but when you started criticizing Kim all the time, I figured it'd be better to keep an eye on you and see how things turn out before mentioning it. I definitely made the right choice by waiting to tell you. Now I know you were just nitpicking at her for no reason.
Okay, I'll admit that might be true. But you don't have to move away over something as small as that.
We'll have to move anyway to be close to my shop. Commuting from here would take entirely too long anyway. On top of that, though, I have no desire to live too close to someone who's going to incessantly criticize my wife and make her feel bad.
No, wait, sweetie. I'm sorry, okay? I apologize.
It's too late for that now, Mom. You should have done that way sooner. Plus, your words don't really mean anything without actions to back them up. Oh, and even if you run to my house trying to change my mind or guilt trip me, I won't be there, so don't even waste your time. I'm gonna be crashing with my friend for a little bit.
Wait, Terrence! Please! No!
Goodbye, Mom.
After that, Terrence suggested that we block his mom so she couldn't bother us anymore before we moved. The day after I came home from my trip, though, Carol started coming to our house every single day, waiting to ambush us. So, to avoid dealing with her, I ran away. Dealing with her would have been way too much of a headache. For about a week, we stayed at a hotel searching for a new house close to Terrence's restaurant. We packed up all of our things into a U-Haul and were able to leave town without my mother-in-law catching us. We managed to get everything done in the middle of the night, while she was definitely asleep. We finally have a pretty good distance between us, and since Carol doesn't know our address, we don't have to worry about her barging in and acting crazy anymore. I'm so happy. I can finally just take a breath and rest easy. Completely unrelated, though, it looks like Carol and her husband will be getting a divorce. He found out that Carol has been sleeping around while he's been away on business trips. Turns out she has several secret lovers around town. He's planning to divorce her in a few years, as soon as he retires. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. See you again in the next video.
Yo, Keith, what's up, man? It's been like 5 years since we last talked, hasn't it? Hey, come on, don't ignore me, man. Hey, answer me, dude.
What do you want, Dan?
What's with the bad attitude? Is that any way to talk to an old friend?
Considering you stole my wife, you should count yourself lucky that I didn't cuss you out. Just be glad I even responded to you at all.
You always did like to talk like a big shot.
Well, I can say with certainty that my life turned out a lot better than yours, at least.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm just glad I didn't end up as someone who gets his kicks by walking all over other people without a care in the world. At least I learned a little something called empathy.
Okay, even for you, this is a lot, dude. Where is this coming from? You never used to be this stuck up.
After I hit rock bottom, I had no choice but to toughen up and rise back up like a phoenix. I've moved on with my life, though. If you were just texting to check in on me, well, there you go. See ya, dude.
Hold on, just a sec. I didn't even get to my main point yet.
What is it then? Unlike you, I'm actually pretty busy these days. I don't have time to waste on pointless conversations.
Not even if they're about how your current wife and I spent a night together?
What?
I knew that would get your attention.
No, seriously, what are you talking about, Dan?
What do you think I'm talking about? It's just what it sounds like, dude. Me and the woman that you call your wife spent some quality time together in a hotel room. Sorry to do you dirty like this twice in a row, but I just couldn't resist. I needed another taste of what it felt like stealing another dude's woman.
Oh, really?
It's taking a while for reality to set in, isn't it? That's okay. Take your time. They say lightning never strikes twice in the same place, so I can see why you'd be more than a little shocked. I'm not like lightning, though. More like a precision drone strike. Wherever you are, whoever you're with, I'll find your woman and swipe her from you. Kapow!
No, I'm not shocked. Just a bit confused. Who are you talking about exactly?
You, dude. Who else? Are you feeling okay? Oh, the shock must be hitting you harder than I thought. Are you having a panic attack or something? Maybe you should lie down for a minute. Underneath the whole tough guy act, I guess you were pretty spineless after all. One little push and you're in pieces. This is like a little bonus sideshow I get to enjoy after doing your wife.
No, I mean, who are you saying you slept with? I don't have a wife anymore. I never remarried either.
Are you serious?
You can ask anyone that knows me and they'll tell you the same thing. I'm so busy with work these days, I couldn't even make time to spend with a woman even if I wanted to. In fact, I've been single ever since I got divorced 5 years ago. I haven't had any girlfriends or anything since then. I'm not even thinking about remarrying right now, so I honestly have no idea who it is that you're talking about.
Oh, really? Then you're saying you don't care if I keep seeing this babe I stole from you?
Well, like I said, I don't know who you're talking about. Whatever is going on between the two of you is none of my business whatsoever. Do whatever you like.
So, in other words, I officially have your permission, right? No taking this back later if you end up regretting your decision, okay? I don't want you trying to get even with me or anything. I remember you really put me through the ringer after you and your old wife split 5 years ago. You told all of our friends and even my parents what I did. Hashtag YOLO and everything. But I'd rather not go through that again. It was kind of a huge drag.
I'm not giving you permission. I don't even know this girl. I can't tell you what you can or can't do with her. Whatever happens between you two is your own business. Leave me out of it.
Roger that, boss. I'll just help myself to your hot little wifey then. I'm sure we'll have all sorts of fun together. Thanks for being such a pal, Keith.
Knock yourself out. Whoever this mystery woman is, she sure isn't my wife.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, man. We'll be keeping each other up from dusk until dawn tonight, so try not to get too many tears on your pillow, alright? Cheers!
Hey there, Keith. I'm free this evening, so let's have some fun for a few hours once you get home from work. What do you say? We could get some drinks, then find somewhere a little more private, if you catch my meaning. How does your bedroom sound?
This again, Ellie? Seriously? I already told you I'm not interested. Besides, aren't you married? Considering who your husband is, I wouldn't take you up on that offer even if I wanted to. I'd rather keep my teeth where they are, thanks.
Oh, don't worry about that. He'll never find out, I promise. Besides, didn't you do something like this before? I thought I heard something about how you and your wife split up around 5 years back because you ended up cheating on her.
I don't know who told you that, but you've got it backwards. She was the one who cheated on me, not the other way around.
Is there really that much of a difference? Either way, I don't see why you're so opposed to the idea. Married couples do this all the time. I wouldn't be too surprised if my husband's gone and seen 1 or 2 girls behind my back either. There's nothing all that weird about it, really.
Even if that were true, and I highly doubt it is, I wouldn't want to do it just because everyone else is.
But I want you to do it. I want to do it with you. I happened to overhear that you wanted to get your own publishing company off the ground. I could even help you with that. How about a little give and take? Come on, let's get to know each other a bit better.
Ellie, please, give it a rest already. Enough is enough. Unless it's an emergency, I'd really appreciate it if you could stop texting me out of the blue like this. I'd especially like you to stop with these unsolicited invitations. Waiting for me at our building's entrance and trying to follow me into my apartment is seriously going way over the line. This has to stop right now, okay?
I'm sorry, but I just can't help it. It's your own fault for being so hot, you know. I can't not be attracted to you.
Whatever you say to me or try to get me to do isn't going to change the fact that I don't feel that way about you at all. I'm sorry, but all I want from you is to be left alone. Please don't try to force this anymore, because it's just not going to happen. Besides, like I said before, I don't want to do anything to get on your husband's bad side. I quite like being able to walk, and I'd prefer to keep it that way.
Oh, please. I told you my husband will never find out about any of this. If that's what's holding you back, I promise there's nothing to worry about. In fact, he's been so busy with his work that he hasn't even suspected a thing in 2 years since we've been married. So really, there's no need to overthink it. Let's just spend some time together and have a little fun.
I'm telling you, I really can't.
It's really not as big a deal as you're making it out to be, you know. Why don't we just start with drinks and take it from there? You might even start enjoying yourself, heaven forbid. To tell you the truth, for the last few months now, I've already been...
For the last few months? You've been what?
I've already been seeing another guy on the side.
What? Really?
And I had an awesome time together just last night. You and I could have just as much fun, though. It might be even better, in fact. No, I'm sure it would. Come on, let me get to know you a little more. I promise you won't regret it.
Can I just say something for a minute?
Yeah? What's up?
You do realize you just admitted to cheating on your husband, right? What would you do if I decided to show him the text?
And what on earth would you have to gain from doing that? Wouldn't you rather just take me up on my offer instead? It seems to me like we'd both have a lot more fun that way. I'll give you some more time to think about it. My husband's going to be around for the rest of the week, so I won't be able to slip out as easily. He's got a business trip coming up next Wednesday, though. I'll be all alone for 2 whole days starting then, so I'll look forward to hearing from you. Until then.
How many times do I have to say it before it sinks in? I am not interested. Goodbye.
Keith, how's it hanging? It's been about 6 months since we last spoke. I'm texting you right now because I've got something really important to tell you, man.
What is it now, Dan? I thought you'd finally left me alone for good after our last talk.
Trust me, you're gonna want to hear this. Are you sitting down? I got her pregnant, dude.
I beg your pardon? Who's pregnant now?
What? Don't tell me you forgot what we talked about last time we spoke. Here, I'll spell it out for you, so hopefully that'll jog your memory. I've been sleeping with your current wife, and now she's pregnant with my kid.
Sorry? What are you talking about?
She's gonna be having my baby.
Wait, hold on a second.
Hey, it's too late to back out now. If you had a problem, you should have spoken up 6 months ago. Don't forget, you're the one who gave me permission to keep seeing her.
I never did anything of the sort.
Like I said, you're 6 months too late, man. You snooze, hey, you lose.
No, you aren't paying attention. I told you before I'm not married to anyone right now. I never remarried after my divorce 5 years ago. I honestly have no idea who this woman is that you've been seeing, okay? You never even told me her name in the first place.
I figured that wouldn't be necessary, since she's your wife and all. But her name's Ellie.
What? Oh, wait, what? You're joking, right? You and Ellie, for real, man? What? That's who you've been seeing?
Ah, there it is. That's the reaction I've been waiting for. Sorry I had to steal your woman, bro, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
No, are you sure you're gonna be okay, Dan?
What? I don't really know what that's supposed to mean, but I can tell you with my whole chest that Ellie's seriously into me, dude. She told me that she doesn't even think about anyone else but me. To prove how dedicated she is, she even let me put a baby in her. Now how is that for devotion?
I see. So I guess you're both pretty serious about this whole thing then. You're not just pulling my leg, right? You're honestly telling the truth right now.
I sure am. The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
For real? Thank you so much, man.
Huh? Thanks for what?
Maybe now that psycho stalker chick will finally stay off my back. Seriously, I can't thank you enough.
What? Psycho stalker? What are you talking about, dude?
Ellie's a housewife who also happened to be my upstairs neighbor.
Wait, what?
One day when I was getting off the elevator, I saw her walking out of the lobby and noticed that she dropped her wallet. I was trying to do the right thing by returning it to her, but for some reason she fell in love with me, or something, and hasn't left me alone ever since. I've seriously had to put up with her trying to come on to me every day for months now. I was getting worried she was gonna do something crazy.
What the? But I always see the two of you together near the front door of your apartment building.
She'd always wait around the entrance of the building around the time I got home from work so that she could ambush me. We lived in the same building, and there's only one entrance, so I didn't really have a choice but to go inside with her. She tried to follow me into my apartment a few times as well. She's seriously such a pain.
You're being serious right now? You're telling me that you've actually been single this whole time?
That's what I've been trying to say from the start. Do you finally get it?
Wait, then who the hell is Ellie married to then? I mean, she told me she was married, and I even saw her wedding ring, but I thought she was married to you. What's going on here?
Why don't you ask her yourself? I would tell you, but I don't think her husband would appreciate a random stranger giving out his personal information like that.
A random stranger? You're neighbors, aren't you? Haven't you at least shared a few conversations together?
Other than the occasional greeting when we passed each other in the hallway, not really. He's mostly kept to himself. At any rate, we aren't neighbors anymore.
What do you mean by that?
I moved into a new place about 3 months ago.
What? Why?
Because I finally got all the paperwork sorted to start my own publishing business.
Your own business? Seriously?
Yeah, I found a listing for this really nice building that I could use for both my office space and my living space, so it's super convenient. The rent isn't too bad either, and it's on the opposite side of the city from my old place, which is a huge plus. That was honestly the deciding factor that made me choose to move there. So, that's where I live right now.
Wait, you're actually serious? What am I supposed to do then? I was only seeing her because I thought that she was your wife. Now you're telling me that not only is she married to someone else, but she was stalking you for months? This chick is starting to sound like serious bad news.
Don't forget that you're gonna have to deal with her husband too. And didn't you say that you had gotten her pregnant? You're definitely in big trouble, man.
What? What do you mean?
Your life's about to get a whole lot more interesting. I can tell you that much. I hope it was worth it.
Dude, you're freaking me out here, man. What are you talking about?
Good luck, Dan. Take care.
Hey, hang on a second.
Keith, I need your help. Please, you've got to hide me.
What? What's going on, Ellie?
I'm coming to your apartment right now, okay?
Ellie, what are you talking about?
I'm pregnant with your child, Keith. And now my husband found out about our affair.
I have absolutely no recollection of ever having an affair with you in the first place, so I can confidently say that there is no possible way you're pregnant with my child.
Don't you remember that night we spent together about 2 months ago? Come to think of it, we had been out drinking beforehand. I guess we both had a lot to drink, so it's not too surprising that you forgot.
Ellie, I moved to the other side of town 6 months ago. What you're saying doesn't make any sense.
Wait, what?
So even if you are pregnant, it's definitely not my kid. Moreover, you can't exactly come to my apartment since I don't live there anymore.
What? No way! I guess it's true that I haven't seen you around lately, but I thought maybe your work schedule had changed and I hadn't figured out what time you were getting home now. But you're saying it's because you moved away?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
What the hell? What am I supposed to do then?
How am I supposed to know? Now that that misunderstanding has been cleared up, I think we're about done here.
What?
I hadn't blocked your number up until now because we were neighbors, and you might need to get in touch in an emergency. Since that's no longer the case, we might as well be perfect strangers.
Keith, please don't do that.
Okay, I'm blocking you now. Bye-bye.
Wait, don't! Keith!
damn phone. Why didn't you tell me about this?
Tell you about what?
That Ellie's husband is some big shot mafioso with ties to every single crime family in the city. I had no idea that's who she was married to.
Oh, that, yes. Well, I was wondering when you'd figure it out.
So you knew this whole time and never told me? What is the matter with you?
Well, it was a bit of an open secret among the other residents of that apartment building. I never heard it directly from the man himself, though, so I always thought it could have just been some crazy rumor.
You could have at least tipped me off, man. Why did this have to happen to me? What am I gonna do now?
Oh, yes, that's right. Didn't you go and knock up that dude's wife?
Yeah, I did. Am I just completely screwed now, or what? I'm in my own apartment right now, but I have a view of the front entrance from my window and I can see a whole bunch of shady-looking guys hanging around outside. There's a few black cars parked out front that I saw some of them get out of, too. Oh, what should I do?
Not my problem.
What?
This is all because of what you did, right? It has nothing to do with me at all. You're on your own, dude. Good luck.
Keith, wait. You gotta help me out, man.
When I moved into my new place 3 months ago, I wasn't sure if I was quite ready for it yet. After everything that's happened since, though, I definitely feel like I chose the right time to get out of the apartment. Even though I didn't do anything in the first place, the fact that I was the object of Ellie's affections would have definitely put me in her husband's crosshairs. Now that everything's blown over, though, it sounds like he got the full story out of her. He even understood that she was the one stalking me, and that I was suffering because of her. I never heard from him directly, but I got a letter from one of his associates, expressing his apologies and a check that the letter described as compensation. It seemed a little sketchy at first, but I took it to the bank and it all seemed to go through fine. I'll just try not to think about where exactly that money came from. As for Dan and Ellie, I tried asking their friends and family members, but no one has heard a single word from either of them. It's like they both just fell off the face of the earth. That's also something I probably shouldn't think too hard about. I did hear that Ellie's baby ended up okay, at least. Apparently he was adopted by a wealthy family, so at least the kid's got a bright future ahead of him. As curious as I am about what exactly happened to Dan and Ellie, I know nothing good will come from poking my nose where it doesn't belong. From now, I'll just keep minding my own business and stay focused on my work. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave us a like and let us know what you thought in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon for notifications. We'll see you in the next video.